welcome. I'm just goofing off there with a little Stairway to Heaven in a reggae style. Just having some fun. Hey, I got a little guy who wants to say hi to you. Buddy, you want to come say hi? You want to encourage the folks today with what it is we're going to be talking about? Okay? Get over here. This is my man. This is my Superman. He's really starting to get into some...
Let's do 3 elements.
Oh, we're going to do the elements of music. You want to tell folks the elements of music again?
Yeah.
Okay, tell them again. For those that have missed it, what are they? Look right up here. Tell me what they are. I forget what they are.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Okay, that's good. That's how to recycle. What about the 5 elements of music? What about the 5 elements of music? Melody, harmony, rhythm, timbre, intensity. Nice. Beautiful. I love you, kid.
I really love you too.
Get out of here.
Okay.
You go be with mommy.
Okay, we're gonna paint now.
Okay, love you. Bye.
We're gonna paint while
All right.
we leave now.
He's got to be on.
We're gonna paint while we leave now.
Okay, here we go. I got to get folks into the program here. We got to tell them about what's going on. Bye, buddy. Love you. My little guy, he's always got to say hi. He's a really cool dude, and he's my bud. So, like, he's got to have some airtime, okay? Sorry about that. But I'm not sorry. Friends, welcome to the Guitar Show. We're doing this all week, right? We did the whole 30-day thing last month, and we're going to keep going because we're going to be learning so much stuff here today by breaking down popular songs, your favorite songs. And what we're going to do is just like I've done for decades now with my students, is I listen to a song and I find out what the tonal center is, and that tonal center tells me what notes and what chords will most likely appear. And then instead of me randomly grabbing at 12 notes or thousands of possible chords, I'm really looking at like 5, 6, 7 notes maybe, and like maybe 5 chords. And I will know exactly what chords most likely are going to appear according to this. Now, when we get involved here today, some of this stuff is going to be over your heads. Friends, there's a first day that you learn everything. So if some of this stuff is over your heads, that's okay. But don't get frustrated without doing the work. The third link below this video right now is going to give you access to the Unstoppable Guitar System. It says 3 free lessons, UGS standard. It's going to give you access to the Unstoppable Guitar System standard. Once you go through that, we're going to be able to talk shop, because everything I'm talking about here, you're going to understand. But until you go through those things, you probably won't, unless you've been through school or you got some sort of something, some sort of knowledge from someplace else, and that's okay too. As long as you know what you're doing, I'm here to guide you. But without that, you're going to have a hard time, right? It's like if we're in algebra class, plus you haven't learned addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, okay? You're going to have a hard time with algebra. So we got to learn those basics first. Go there, friends. I implore you to do that, because I can only carry you so far. If you don't do that, I can't really take you anywhere. If you have that stuff, you can take yourself anywhere you want to go, okay? Because this is literally breaking the code of music. We're literally seeing it with our eyes, and what we have always heard now makes sense because we're making sense of it, okay? We're going to be doing this with your, somebody said I hate math. I didn't do so hot in algebra either, but it's okay. You don't really have to be happy with math. You don't really have to do that. You just need to, just learn this basic stuff. It's not even math, really. All right, okay, here we go. We're going to jump into this, and with your songs. So you can start putting those songs up there. I'm probably going to go with the ones that are more popular, the ones that are more, popular, because that's going to make everybody happy. And I don't want to play some song, learn some song that 2 people know, right? Let's do it that other people know. Cool? All right. Pascal, thank you so much. Thanks, Eric and crew. Been watching many of your videos on finding the tonal center. I get the theory, but to hear it and find the chords will still need lots of practice, indeed. Luckily, I like a challenge. Beautiful, Pascal, and I love your attitude. And if you like a challenge, you're going to have fun doing this. Somebody's saying some Elvis today. Eric, perhaps your choice. Okay, throw out some Elvis tunes that you guys want to learn, because I'm all about Elvis, man. I friggin' love Elvis. All right. So when we're doing this, basically what we're doing, if we don't know the tonal center, we're going to have issues. If we know the tonal center, everything starts making sense, okay? Kent, when playing in a minor key, example, Aeolian, do you consider the tonic as the 1 chord or the 6 chord? Beautiful question, Kent. Number 1, thank you for the donation. Number 2, let's talk about it. Before I moved to Nashville, because I was a classical guitar major, I thought about it the way the classical folks do. And they think about, if it's major key, the 1 is the tonal center. And if it's in a minor key, the 6 is in the tonal center. So in that case, the chords would look like this in the tonal in minor key. This is major key. In a minor key, it would look like this. Tonal center, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 and the 5 would be minor. Boom. And then all these other ones would be major. So the 6 and the 7 would be major. The 3 would be major. And then this 2 would be diminished. Now let me show you, because some of you probably have been wondering about this too. Look, here's in a major key. This is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and then back to do. Would be over here, okay? But if we made the 6, the tonal center, I've said to you guys before, there are realistically only 2 tonal centers, okay? There's realistically major and minor. It's like yin and yang. 99.9% of all the music have those 2 tonal centers, okay? Either major 1 or the 6 is the tonal center. What some people do, and I've done it before when I was a classical guitar major, if the 6 was the tonal center, then I would call it the minor 1. And then the 2 would be diminished, and the 3 would be major, and the 4 and the 5 would be minor, and the 6 and 7 would be major. When I moved to Nashville, I still thought that way. I met my wife, who is a hit songwriter here in Nashville, and she said, we don't think about it that way in Nashville. We don't think about it that way in the studio. Everything's the 1, because most country songs are in a major key, and they always come back to the 1 anyhow. Even if they go to the minor key for a second, they usually come back to 1. Blue Suede Shoes, we'll look at it. So, with that being said, we can learn twice as much information. Why do you want to do that? If that's easier, hey, if doing twice the amount of work is easier for you, then do that. And I'm open, I got an open mind, but me thinks that learning half as much information, or learning the same amount of information, but learning it in an efficient way where we only have to memorize half of the stuff, might be a better idea, right? So what I do is I consider this the tonal center. If it's in a minor key, that's my tonal center. I could still call it a 6, right? Nothing's gonna break. So that's what I think about it. I don't think about it like the minor 1, Ken. I think about it like the 6, it's minor, and that's my tonal center. And that's it. I just think that. I just think 6 is my tonal center. And then everything else stays the same. Now I don't have to memorize everything 2 different ways. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so someone said, let's do, what did they say? They said, let's do Blue Suede Shoes, right? Okay, let's do it. I agree. I love that one. Was it 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go, cat, go. Oh, where's my capo? Here it is. You got to use that capo, man. That makes things so much easier, okay? Again, yesterday, I just got annihilated with copyright claims. It's funny. It's funny because we're sticking them all in one video and then they're fighting over the $1 that I'm going to make on it. Whoop did I do? You go for it. All right, here we go. Blue Suede Shoes. Willis.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go, cat, go.
Okay, so I was listening. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. I'm just listening to the beginning there. Because we're establishing a tonal center.
Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go, cat, go, but don't you.
Now we got into the song, okay? Might be the tonal center, maybe not. Let's listen to the end. Remember? First chord, last chord usually tells us what the tonal center is. Shoes. It's an A. There's an A that starts the song, an A that ends the song. What key do you think it may be in? probably an A. It also sounds very happy. So do you think major or minor? You got it, major. So I'm just going to assume that we're in the key of A major. And I'm going to assume, because 99% of the time, the 1, the 4, and the 5 are major, and I can tell you right off the bat that this is 1, 4, 5, just because my
But
ear
it's
knows
one
that.
for the money, two for the show. Get ready now, go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything, but then you're my blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, spit in my face, slap my name all over the place. Anything that you wanna do, honey, lay on the blue shoe, don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything, but let me over my blue suede shoe. Let's go.
Now we know we could solo there in the key of A. We can use, it's a 12-bar blues progression, by the way, right? Number 1. Number 2, I saw someone asking about a shuffle. They said they can't get a shuffle. This is a shuffle. Well, only thing a shuffle is, it's like going pop, 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 pop. We're skipping down the street. As opposed to a straight beat, which is, instead of straight, same tempo. Pop, 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 pop. So it's like long, short, 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 long. That's what a shuffle is. People say, well, demonstrate that on paper. No, that's like writing on paper what chocolate tastes like. Just take a bite of chocolate and you'll know what I'm talking about. So we're listening, we're doing that. That's a shuffle. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so now it started off on that A, and I said I can hear 1, 4, 5. Most of us can hear that 1, 4, 5 minor 6. If you don't yet, that's okay. You'll get it in time. And it's major, so we got A major. I'm on the money for the show. Get ready now, go cat go. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. So it's an A to a D to an A to E. Blue suede shoes. Or we could put sevenths in there. That's okay. We still have the triad, which is major or minor. In this case here, it's major for all of those. Now they're adding seventh chords. So dominant seventh. If you don't know what that is, it's okay. We're not going to delve into that today. I got videos for that on YouTube though. So we could use seventh chords there, but bottom line, we have the 1, 4, 5 in the key of A. And we could do this for anything, by the way. We could do this in any key, of course. Any of these we can do in any key. Okay, so we got, and then, so we got that blues chord progression, and now I can solo over the top of it. Let's get back to the top there. Here we go. So, basic 12-bar blues chord progression. We can use the A minor pentatonic over the top of it, or the blues scale over the top of it. Cool? All right. I Am a Train. I Am a Train by Albert Hammond. Maybe. Losing My Religion. Hey, everybody knows that one, okay? I'm sorry, if I don't know at least how it goes, like I don't have to know the song, but I'm going to stick to ones that my ear knows because it's going to save you guys a ton of heartache of me just not even knowing what the song is. I mean, I maybe not know how to play it, but I've heard the song before. Plus, Losing My Religion, everybody knows this one. Someone was telling me yesterday, or not yesterday, but a few days ago on YouTube, they're like, "You're a big idiot. People write songs in modally all the time. Losing My Religion is in a mode. It's not in a minor key, like you say." Well, it most assuredly is in a minor key, and it's not written in a mode, most assuredly. Although I'll go through it right now, and if I'm wrong, then I will admit that I'm wrong. But I'm 99.9% sure that it's not. That it's just in a minor key. It's an A minor, I'm pretty sure. But let's look at it. So I think I remember this one to be an A minor. Could be wrong. I'm wrong. Okay, so at least as far as the key. But let's talk about it. So probably I'm here the first chord. Oh, I'm right. Anyhow, let me go to the end of the song here. Detective, right? We want to find out what it is that we are listening to, tonic-wise, okay? Crisp 77, hi from Wales, UK. The Who, I can't explain. I think I have the key, but I think there's a chord in the riff that is rogue. If I'm right, why does it work? Okay, we'll talk about that one next. Friends, also, if you have not already, thumb this video up while I'm looking for the chords here. Thumb this video up. Give it one thumb. Share it. Subscribe. Notification bell. Okay? Let me listen to this. While I'm figuring out these chords, you can do that for me. Would you please? That would honor me. Would truly honor me, because that would help this video get out to other folks. Okay? Let me listen. Definitely ending on an A minor. So let's listen with the rest of the song. F. I'll show you how I found this out. I could use A minor. So, Eric, how did you figure that out so quickly? You can do this. There's no magic to it. The only thing that I did, step one, you got to find out where your tonal center is. Everybody say with me, step one, tonal center, step one, tonal center, step one, tonal center. If you don't know what the tonal center is, you won't know what the probable chords are. And now you get to search for thousands of possibilities instead of really like 4 or 5. Yeah, we got 7 chords there, but we're not going to use all 7 chords in a song. Look, it starts off. Now someone may say, well, how do you know it's an F? Well, because we established what the tonal center is. We said it was A minor, okay? In the key of C, right? If we just go, you have to know what the major scale is, right? So in the key of A minor, which is the related key or the relative key of C major. For every major key, you have a related minor key. Listen, if you don't have this down yet, listen to me. I'm gonna make it real easy for you. For every major key, there's a related minor key. For every minor key, there is a related major key. All of them, every single of the 12 keys, for every major key, there's a related minor. And for all 12 minor keys, there's a related major, okay? What they do is they share the same sets of notes. And I would say it's similar to 2 people talking about a subject where they have opposing views. They're talking about the same stuff, but the way that they're saying it lets you know their filters, lets you know their paradigms and their brainwashing or whatever it is that they believe a certain way, whatever you want to call it, paradigms or whatever. So, similarly, we could have a tonal center of a 6 or a tonal center of a 1, and if we're feeling really happy, then we might be writing a song with the tonal center of the 1. If we're feeling kind of sad, then we'll have that tonal center of the 6. And it goes like this. If we were in the key of C, remember the key of C, if you don't know how to play the major scale, you got to know it, friends, and you got to go through the free 30 lessons, link 3 below. Here's C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It's the only major key that has no sharps or flats. No sharps or flats, okay? And so it would look like C, D, E, F, G, A, B. It would look like this, okay? No sharps or flats. So this could be our tonal center, the C, or the A could be our tonal center. If you want to know how to find the related minor, you always go down 3 half steps. Or if you're on the minor key already, you want to find the related major, you go up 3 half steps. I'll show you. Watch this. And it works this way every single time on every single instrument, every single key, from the beginning of time to the end of time, amen. Here's C. I'm going to go down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3 to A. That's our related minor. Every single time. If I'm in the key of G, and I want to find related minor, I go 1, 2, 3. E is the related minor. If I'm in the key of B minor, and I want to find the related major, I go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and then to be the key of D. So if you're in a major key, you want to get minor, you go down. That makes sense. We're getting sad. We're going down 3 half steps. If we're in a minor key and we want to be happy, we got to get up. So go up 3 half steps to the major key, the tonal center, okay? So with that being said, I can definitely hear that this is a pretty sad song. Right? It's very sobering sounding. When we listen to it, it's not the feel-good hit of the summer. We're not putting on our bikinis and going out to the beach and surfing. It's more just like, life is hard, man. Life's hard. It's that. It's a little bit of that feel. Okay? So now our 6 is our tonal center. Ba-da-da-da-bum. So the reason, going back to why I grabbed the F, is because I heard it change. I heard the bass note go down. And that's in the key, in a major key of where that's the 1 or the 6 is the minor, then the 4 is major. It's just, this is a basic matrix of the way music works. The reason I keep referring back to that is it's such a lifesaver. It helps you so much. So we got life is bigger. And then I heard that bass note, boom, right? Which would be in the key of C. It would be the 1, 2, 3, be the 3, which is minor. You are not me. Things that I will go through. Overkill by Men at Work. I love that one. We'll do that one too. Oh, I said too much. That's a 2, right? Because in the key of C, the D is minor. And there it is. Haven't said enough. G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 should be major, and it is. G. Thought that I heard you laughing. Okay, so you get the idea, right? That's that whole tune right there. Okay, good. Let's do I Can't Explain by The Who, and then we'll also do Overkill. Remind me about that. Overkill if I forget. I Can't Explain. Here we go. Never played this song. I think I know it though. Yeah, oh, I know this one. Bum. Okay, bum. Probably our key, right? I always say the first chord. Let's listen to the last chord. Probably E, because it sounds like we're on the E. Never played this song ever, by the way. Eric, that's magical. How did you never play that song before? But you can do it. I don't have those skills. I'm not talented. Wah! Nope. Lies, 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 lies. Don't believe those lies. Yes, you're telling lies to yourself. We do this all the time. You can get out of it, friends. There's a way to get out of it. And that's a lie. It's not. I don't have any special skills. The only thing that I'm doing is I know a little teeny tiny bit of very basic math. Okay? A tiny bit of math. It's 1 through 7. Can you count 1 through 7? If you can, friends, that's all the math you need. And so I said, you know, because I just heard it. I can't tell you. I mean, after a while, you get good at this stuff. But this is the 1. That's a. This is the 1 chord. This chord is a flat 7. So remember I said in rock and roll, we don't ever play this diminished 7. That's what naturally appears in diatonic harmony. That's not what rock and rollers play. It's what classical players play. So this chord is almost always a half step low. This note is a half step low, and they make it a major chord, just like they did here. This is E major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. If we were playing it classically, it would be. That's goofy. Come on, everybody, sing along. Right? No one's singing along to that. They went. Nah, that's rock and roll. So what we do is we take the half step, the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We drop it a half step, and we make that chord major, and then we have the 4 chord, which should be major, and it is. Let's keep going. I'm gonna wait for another section because I've only heard this song a few times. That's a 5. It's major. Okay, so that's probably the chord you're talking about. It's not rogue. It's perfectly in there. If there's any chord that's rogue, it's that flat 7 chord. Is that the chord you're talking about? That's a 1 minor 6 4 5. Talk about it all the time, right? It's just rock and roll, bro. Right? If we did this with the capo, it would look like. Right? Real typical, okay? There's your chord, Crisp. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit there, right? All right, let's look at Overkill. Is this stuff, are you guys getting this? Because this is the stuff that jazzes me. Because when you understand this stuff, you understand music. And like literally anything that you listen to, you can find. Some things is going to be hard. Some things are harder than others. Crisp 77, he gets it now. Beautiful, thank you. So some songs are obviously more challenging than others. I mean, not all mountains are the same, right? Not all. You go up to Mount Everest and you go, that one's tall. You go to, Mount Brighton, where my daughter used to ski as a kid. It's made of waste, and they just threw some soil on it, and now it's a ski hill. They're two different mountains, right? So some things are harder than others, but start with the easy stuff, okay? Here's Overkill by one of my favorite bands growing up as a kid, by Men at Work. Loved this song, loved this band. Here we go. This is Overkill. Thank you, Ono, for the donation. So I'm gonna go bum 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 bum. I'm gonna say that's my key. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Too much going on there. Let's get to something that's establishing a center, okay? We could say that's the beginning, but again, there's gonna be hints all over a song. Let's go to the end. This one doesn't end on the one, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't really end on the one like we might assume. When we are trying to find the tonal center, again, we are like detectives. Do your due diligence. If you are the detective that everyone thinks you are, the musician that everyone thinks you are, do the work. Don't be lazy. First chord, last chord, look for common themes. Look for, you know, if you see two major chords in a row, it's probably, if you go a fourth up from there, you're going to find your one, or go down a fifth, then you're going to find your one, and that's going to be your tonal center. Or if it's in a minor key and there's two major chords in a row, then that's probably your tonal center if it's a minor sounding song, okay? So, so here we go.
About the implications, diving into deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over a situation.
Okay, so I can't get to sleep. Think about the implications of diving in too deep. Okay, that third chord's not right. I can get to sleep. Think about the implications. Okay, so how did I find that just now? Okay, this is what I did. Is I said I went straight to my 1-4-5 minor 6. I say it all the time. The 1-4-5 minor 6. Friends, go get a tattoo that says 1-4-5 minor 6, and you look at that, and because it's that almost every single time. But if it's not, I'm gonna go to a couple other things that it might be, but man, go to that first every single time. So I did. I said, there's my one. Now the reason I put the capo up here is I could have done this in the key of, in the form of E major. I'm still doing it in the key of E, but I'm capoing. Why did I choose this? People asked me, I saw a lot of comments yesterday about, well, how did you know to put the capo here? I don't know to put the capo there. I just know that that's where I wanted to put the capo, because if I wanted to play it in the key, in the feel of C, and this is an E, bass note, then that's how I'm going to form my chord, then that's where my capo would have to go in order for me to play a feel of C. Does that make sense? I could have done it here and done it in this key. I can't get to sleep. Think about the implications, diving in too deep. But I didn't do it that way. I did it in the feel of this. I can't get to sleep. I'll think about the implications. Okay, that's all I did. Is I said, well, I want to play in a different place, or I can't get to sleep. Do it in any one of those places. If you don't know how to do what I'm doing here, then the free series I'm giving you today, link 3 below, UGS standard, get in that, because I'm going to teach you all about using the capo, why you would want to use the capo, how it's going to help you, how you're going to be able to see the chords in a way that you hadn't seen it before. And friends, the light bulb's going to go on. If you've had a light bulb moment with this stuff I'm talking about, please give me a light bulb, or just say yes so other people know I ain't jiving them, okay? I'm bringing that word back, by the way, jive talking. So, I can get to sleep. I think about the implications, something like that. I can get da-da. So we have a 1. I can get to sleep. That's a 5 chord major. Now that's a flat 7 chord. Remember rock and roll? You don't play that diminished chord. You flatten that note, which here's the 7. I'm gonna flatten it, and I'm gonna make it major. I can get to sleep. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights. It nullifies the night. Overkill. Day after day repeats. Right? Night after night, my heartbeat shows a fear. Anyhow, okay, so now, where did I go? I went night after night, 6 minor. How did I know to go there? Well, I knew not to go to several other 1,000 chords because I knew the tonal center. That helped. So knowing your tonal center is pretty important, right? Right? Oh, come on. Right? Okay, there you go. All right. So if I have to do it by force or by coaxing you there, I'm going to do it one way. You're going to know. The tonal center is freaking important. All right? So it's important. So we did our 1, we did our 4, our 5, we did our 4, we did our flat 7. So, and then I just heard that we went to someplace else. Day after day, and it sounds kind of sad, right? Day after day, it repeats. Now, I just grabbed the wrong chord and then I corrected real quickly, right? Because my ear said 4, 5, something like that, I don't know. Night after night, my heartbeat. And we can keep going with this one.
I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just an imagination. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Oh, sit there and fade away.
All right, so we can keep going down that rabbit hole with this one, but I think I got you started there, right? I told you we're not gonna do every single note, but I'm gonna get you in the ballpark so that you start using your ear. Don't go outside of these to start. Exhaust all the basics here before, like if you're like, wow, it's a new chord I'm hearing there, what could it be, okay? Good, you guys are getting this. Someone's saying some Pink Floyd. I've seen lots of people saying Pink Floyd. I freaking love Another Brick in the Wall. I've noodled with this song before, but even off the top of my head, I can't tell you what key it's in. It's off my, bar none, my most favorite album. It's a double album, so that helps things. But my favorite album of all time is The Wall. Indeed, if I had a Desert Island disc, I'd need both of them because they come in the package. It's 2. So it'd be The Wall. That album is just ridiculous. It's so good. Okay, so Another Brick in the Wall, and which one? Part 1, part 2? Let's see. I think it's part 2 you're probably talking about. Good luck finding a song that ends with Pink Floyd. Just they all run into each other. Fade out, right? So we don't need no education. We don't need no force control. Okay, so probably D minor would be my guess. Let's listen. So if we're in D minor, basically that's going to be our tonal center, and all these other chords might work together, okay? Pink Floyd, they like to throw a curveball. That's right. another brick in the wall. Okay, so let's talk about it. So we got some D minor in there. Now the next chord where it goes whatever it was. Anyhow, so my mind is going, okay, information. So I'm just trying to assemble all of this information. Every melody that you hear, every bass note that you hear, anytime the singer's singing, the keyboard player, every single note that's coming from every single instrument in every single song is a clue to you. It's literally like fingerprints. Like if there was a crime scene, every single note, every single chord from every single instrumentalist in the band is telling you the key. They may be just giving you a hint. This guy's going to play a C. This guy's playing a G. This guy's playing a D minor chord. Doesn't matter. Every second of a song is giving you tons of DNA of what that song is. The key, the tempo, the rhythm, all. We just got to know what to listen for, okay? So in this case here, we got that big old D minor there. We might follow this, we might not. It's Pink Floyd. They like to say, you know, screw the system. And they like to go outside of things, right? But again, don't go down the rabbit hole thinking that that just doing that's going to make things sound good. If you're going to go outside the rules, you got to know how to do that in a way that sounds good. Let your ear tell you that. If your ear's happy, that's all you need. Okay, so he goes to this chord. He goes a G major. So let's go down the rabbit hole here. 1, 2, 3, 4, or like 6, 7, 1, 2, 6, 7, 1, 2. So according to diatonic harmony, that chord should be minor. So. And then, so this should be, but he doesn't do that. He goes. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Okay, so now how did I know to go to the F? I don't know. I listened to the bass note for sure. In the key of D minor, the related major is the 1, right? 3 half steps up. 1, 2, 3. So here we are, D minor. We're going 1, 2, 3. That's an F. Oh, just a. So I listened to the bass note go, and it was like, okay, it's going down. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm hearing the bass line. If the bass line's going boom, 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 that sounds like we're walking upstairs. Now we may be skipping a stair. In this case, we were boom, boom, boom. But we're going up. So I listen to that bass note. Is it going up? Is it going down? Where's it going? The bass note, the low note, right? And if it's going down, then I'm like, okay, well, if I'm here and it's going down, it's probably like a 5 or a 4 or a 3 or a 2. It's lower, right? Same thing with going up. If I hear it walking up, I'm going to assume that we're kind of stepping up a little bit. So sometimes I'm just grabbing a basic idea that has to do with our scale. So in this case here, I was walking down to that F, and the reason I played it major is because it probably was going to be major. Not always. But let's go with what we know first, right? Okay, does that make sense? Oh no, you just did another brick in the wall. Okay, let's keep going. Now, the reason that I play this C chord here with a low E in the bass is I could hear the bass note go boom, boom, brick in the wall. But I played F major, E minor. It's not E minor. We can hear that, right? It has a different sound to it, but the bass player is playing an E. So this is what we call an inversion. An inversion is when we take a chord, any chord, and we play a note, some other note in the chord other than the letter name of the chord. Let me say that again. An inversion is when we take a chord, like a C chord, which is C, E, G, C, E, G, and we put some note from the chord into the bass other than the letter name of the chord. So let's analyze this some more. If it's a C, E, G chord, if we just have a C in the bass, well, that's just regular chord. There's no inversion there. But when we invert the bass note, when we take a note other than the letter name of the chord, in this case here, it's a C chord. And I see you, Lisa. I haven't forgot about you. Thank you so much for that donation. I have not forgotten about you. I see you. So we take some other note other than the C and we put it into the bass. So in the case of a C chord, a C/E, that means a C chord with an E in the bass. So in that case, I play a C, but I'd also throw that low E in the bass. If it was a C/G, then it's a C chord with a G in the bass. Here's with an E in the bass, here's with a G in the bass, E in the bass, and a regular C chord. So together, all in all, it just is another brick in the wall. And that chord's not 100% either. There's another note in there that I probably need to add to make it more accurate. So just like if you watch your grandma cook a chili and you're like, wow, I saw her put beans in it, I saw her put tomatoes in it, I saw her put pepper in it. Cool, I'm gonna go make it. And then you go home and you make it. You're gonna be pretty close, but there may be an ingredient that you didn't see her put in there, you forgot or whatever, that's gonna make it taste more accurate. Same thing with chords, right? You can get really close to the chord and it sound really good because you have the base of the chord, like the triad. Like if it's in this case here, if it's a major triad, it's a major chord, but maybe there's a 7th and a 9th or a 13th thrown in there. That's an extra little embellishment, a little spice, that if you don't have that in there, you might be like, something's missing about that chord, but it still works, as opposed to if it's a major chord, you're throwing a minor chord on top of it. That's probably not going to sound too good. Make sense? So you just got to go with what you can do in the beginning, and that's going to have to do until you develop your ear more. But this only comes through practice. Okay, Lisa, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, Eric and YGS crew. I'm 25 days in and love what you're doing. Began during the lockdown. You're all heaven sent. Interested in Layla. Okay, I love Layla. Let's listen to that one, right? I don't think I've ever taught this one, Layla, but I love it. Watch this. Watch this super high-end ninja skill that you guys can't do, but only really high elite players like me can do. Watch this. You ready? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. There it goes, okay? So don't try this at home because you guys probably can't do it. You probably don't have the talent to do it. This is something for high-level players like me. So let me do my work for a minute here. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, just don't do it because you're going to get lost. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Okay, so that's step one. You can do this. I'm joking, of course. You can do any of this stuff I'm showing you. You hear it, you hum it. But Eric, I'm tone deaf. You ain't tone deaf. If you can hear, you ain't tone deaf because all sound is built upon vibration. So if you ain't hearing tone, you ain't hearing vibration, you ain't hearing. You can't hear vibration and not hear vibration at the same time, okay? I don't care what the 0.00001% of society say that they are tone deaf. I can't even with it, okay? We'll find out in another lifetime. But as far as my understanding of physics is, if it's vibrating, it's making a pitch, and you are hearing it. If you're hearing it, then you're hearing pitch. If you're not hearing it, you ain't hearing pitch. So if you're tone deaf, you're also deaf. You can't both hear and not hear at the same time. Okay? Got that myth out of the way? Ready to move on? Cool. So you're gonna go ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all I'm doing. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Slow it way down. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Kids, I was doing this when I was like 7 years old. I just grabbed any little instrument I could that could make a melody, and I would sing it, and then I would well, how do I find that out? And anybody can do this. You can do this. Ba da 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 ba. Whoops. Ba. So once you find your first note, the rest of it's easy. Ba da 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 ba 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 ba. Now, I didn't just randomly grab those notes. I used a little bit of association, a little bit of what I've learned on the guitar over the years, some patterns that I thought might be familiar. I was thinking about the pentatonic, but if I was using the strict pentatonic, I would have gone. But I heard it differently, or I remembered it from maybe playing the lick one time in my life. Probably not even playing it up here, probably. And then there's some, sounds like he's doing some hammer-ons and pull-offs. Ba-da-dum. Bite-sized pieces, okay? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. One note at a time. Don't figure out the fourth note if you haven't figured out the third note. Don't figure out the third note unless you've done the second note. Definitely don't do the second note if you haven't done the first note. One step at a time, right? How do you scale Mount Everest? You do it one step at a time. So, ba da 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 ba 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 da da ba da da, right? Ba da ba da ba da da ba da bum. That's my lick. Right? Then we got that chord there. Now he's probably playing higher up. Any of that, all of that, you can figure it out by ear, all of it, okay? So. So that starts off on a D, right? We can't do a fade out on this because he goes to weird land halfway through the song. It just like starts getting weird. Sorry, I've known this song for years, but I never understood that. Whatever. I didn't grow up listening to Eric, and I love him, love the guy, but I just never. The song was out by then. I didn't listen to that second part. So, but it's in the key of D minor, right? How do I know that? Because it resolves. Also, that tells me if let me experiment with my pentatonic over this. D minor pentatonic. And if now watch this. Here's another way you can experiment with it. It's just take it, if you assume that you know what key it's in, you can start noodling over the pentatonic scale over that, major and minor. Figure it out. He's not in tune with me. That's all right. I'm in tune. They're not. So so now I have some sort of schematic to work with, right? And so now I know it's probably in the key of D minor, so the chords are probably going to match up with this. So like. So that's 4 major 5, 4, 5, 6, right? We sit, if this is our tonal center, the D is our tonal center, then, and you can hear that walk up. Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, da, 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 da. You can hear that, right? It's basic. So we got ba, da, 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 Six, four, five, six. 6, 4, 5, 6. We got other coming little embellishments and stuff there, but you get the basic idea. And always start from the 30,000 foot view. Like what, if you start getting into the minutia of things right away, it's probably going to confuse you and you're not going to understand where it is that we're going. Okay? All right, makes sense? All right, beautiful, beautiful. Super cool, isn't this? Are you guys getting this? Please tell me you are. Lisa, she's getting it. Awesome, she said. She's got sunglasses on. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's look. Give me a song that everybody knows, friends. Wish You Were Here with Pink Floyd so that I can get the whole of what you are trying to convey. Okay, let's look at Wish You Were Here. This is an interesting tune. Wish You Were, never analyzed this, by the way. I've played it before, kinda, but let's do this. We're gonna get knocked crazy with the copyrights today. We're using some heavy hitters here. That's okay, whatever. I gotta show you guys this, so if it means they hit us with the copyright, then it's what it means. I gotta show you this stuff. Right. Schnauzer Dad 06, you're cracking me up, Eric, but keep going. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for the kind donation, my buddy. Okay, now here's the deal. Again, I'm doing something really high-end here. You guys probably can't do it because you need to have a really trained operatic voice to hum. That's all we're doing is humming. You do it all the time. You do it in the shower. We see you. Right? You don't need some like crazy voice. You just need to be able to hum. Anybody can do this, right? But Eric, how do you do that so quick? Well, I've played this one a few times, but you would do this the first time by going boom. And you just search for the next note, and then the next note, and then the next note, and eventually you have the lick together. It's just like anything. You're just, look, you guys don't get overwhelmed by this. You, by the way, do everything in life like this. You already know this. So why aren't you doing it with music? You do everything step by step. You might not in the beginning, you may do it the hard way and the hard way and the hard way and the hard way and the hard way until you finally get the sense to do it the right way. But you're still going to end up going to the same place that I'm telling you to go to right in the beginning. So to make things a lot easier, start the third link below, and start going through that basic system there to get you associated with music so that you can do all this stuff. So you're not dead on the water, okay? Boom, boom, da, boom. I'm going to assume something right out of the gate. I'm going to assume that we're in the key of G major. But I don't know. It's going to probably be G major or C major, but I'm pretty sure it's G major. Because that doesn't feel like a 1 chord, that feels like a 4. That's how, doesn't that feel like home? Good night, folks. Thank you so much, right? It feels like we could end the song there as opposed to... Good night, folks. It's like, it wants to go. It wants to end there, right? So we're gonna assume. By the way, that's it's like A-ish. Could be A minor, or we're suspending it so we don't know. Okay, hang in here with me. Verse. So you think you can tell 100% the tonal center, the key. Does that make sense? It's like ba. It's the tonal center. It screams tonal center, basically. Without saying the word tonal center, it's screaming tonal center. So if G is our tonal center, they're 1, then the 4, which is based off of the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, going up the major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, ba-da-da-dum. Right? I'm joking. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, that's our key is, we have a C major, right? So if we went down to that A, it sounds like it's like an A minor-ish, yeah. But we're suspending it, doesn't matter, that's the bass note, okay? So, and then later on, and then, so that D chord is the 5, it's major. Look at Pink Floyd, staying in the lines, coloring in the lines like good boys and girls. It doesn't matter whether he's staying in the lines or not. I guess I'm just saying, you know, like we have our basic diatonic bit here. 6 minor, definitely there. We're not suspending anything there. Straight up 6 minor, or 2 minor, I should say. 2 minor. There's our 4 chords. So really we're talking a 1, 4, 5, 2 minor. Cool? Makes sense? So noodle away on G major all the live long day on this, right? Watch. Now you may say, well, how do you know, Eric? How do you know? You're magical, you're a magician, it's crazy, you're dealing with sorcery. I'm not dealing with sorcery, it's basic crap. It's stuff that you can learn. It's not crap, it's basic structure of music. And the only thing I'm doing is I'm playing the same scale. It's literally in every single song, major or minor. You only have to learn one form and you can go to town, okay? So only thing I'm doing here is I'm So the reason that I can come up with these licks is because I'm listening, and because of my knowledge, basic knowledge of music, I can follow it. I can navigate much quicker than if I was just randomly grabbing notes and thousands of chords from out of the air. Boy, that's hard. Why live life that way? That's tough, okay? Okay, makes sense? Okay. Someone's saying Kung Fu, Midnight on the Oasis, just for fun. I don't know that one, I don't think. Midnight on the, here, I'll tell you what, I'll listen to it, and if I know it off the top of my head, then I'll do it. But, and I know you've been typing that a lot, so I'm sorry, Gary. I'll listen real quick to see if I know this, but if I don't know it, I probably won't do it just because we gotta do something that everybody knows.
Midnight at the Oasis.
Sorry, I don't know it. Ooh, it's groovy though. Right, I'm not doing that one. But it's cool, I like it. Oh, let's do, oh, sorry, Kung Fu Fighting. Oh, man, I'm a sucker for some disco, man. I really am. Kung Fu Fight. Obviously, I've never taught this one in my life. Couldn't tell you what key it's in. But I'll tell you real quick. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, right?
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
Okay, so we'll figure this out. Key of D, right? We're pretty sure, right? Fade out, so we can't go to the end of the song. But I'm pretty sure the verse starts off on a D, so. And it feels very home, right?
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Now, just for kicks and gigs, you know me, I like to put the capo on. I don't have to, but it makes things easier because now I'm thinking like I'm in the key of C. And if I always do C and G, well, it just makes things easier. And everybody was kung fu fighting. Now, hold on a minute, Eric. You've never played this song before? No, I've never played it. I know the song. I know by ear. But again, the tonal center is king. If you know what the tonal center is, everything else falls in place. You saw me fishing for chords. I tried this one. And that's not it. I tried the 4, tried the 5. I went minor 6, 4, and 5. I tell you guys all the time, go for those first. Those didn't work. So what did I do then? I went to the minor 2. Everybody was fighting. Right? D minor, 2 minor. Someone said D to E minor. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it like. No, it's actually yes, D major to E minor. So you could do. And people say, why are you using the capo, Eric? Because it makes things easier for me. If it doesn't for you, that's okay. But it does for me. Any other chords. Here comes the chord. So that's our third chord in the song, no other chords. So listen. Not very PC. We went to the 5 chord. The 5 chord almost always wants to point back to the 1 chord. Or the 4 chord will point to the 5. The 5 will sometimes point to the 4. But these guys almost always want to point back to the 1. FYI. So we can hear that. Yeah, not very PC, right? Back in the day, funky Chinamen and funky Chinatown, they're just chopping stuff up. Because, you know, that's what the Chinese do. Hey, I didn't say it. You want to take it up with somebody? Take it up with Carl Douglas, who was a black man. Oh dear God! Now we're really treading on thin ice here. Oh, I love triggering easy people. It's usually not the black people or the Chinese people getting offended anyhow. It's the white people. I remember one time I was having my blood taken, right? And I was at the, here's a little digression for you. I was getting my blood taken, and I was at the Red Cross, because I donated blood and platelet. I just donate, like, blood, because that's what I did. And I lived right next to it. So I was doing that, and these 2 black girls were taking care of me, and there was another black girl who was really good looking, and I said, oh, wow. I said something about, wow, she's really pretty or whatever, and they're like, who? And I said, this black girl here. And they said, what'd you just say? I said, the black girl right here. And they're like, what's he? And I'm like, a white guy? Or whatever. So it was something like that. And they said, okay. And I just thought that was so funny because it's like, it's about the heart, isn't it? Right? If you mean something mean, then it doesn't matter how you say it. If you say something nice, it matters how you say it. But I just think it's funny. I get it. Sorry, story time. Anthony, thanks so much for the donation, brother. Dan, thank you for the donation. Life-changing what you've done for me. Beautiful. Thank you, bud. So appreciate that. All right, let's get into some more stuff. Anything by Pink Floyd? Okay, Jukebox Hero. Oh, you gonna say Jukebox Hero? Okay, this is one of my favorite songs ever. Jukebox Hero. Let's do it. Right, this song is awesome. Jukebox Hero. One of the first songs that I heard as a kid that I wasn't playing guitar at the time, but I was very much in that stage of my life where I was very like, what is this coming from the speakers? And I remember we used to eat at Pizza Hut all the time. They had a jukebox, a legit jukebox with the LPs, or not the LPs, but the 45s in there, and they were playing like Pink Floyd and Foreigner and like Aerosmith and like everything cool back in the day. And I remember this song came on, and it was on the jukebox, and it blew my mind. Yeah, there we go. All right, one of my favorite songs ever. Let's listen to it. Not played on a Strat. Had to be a Les Paul.
With his head hung low, couldn't get a ticket. It was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd. He could picture the scene. Put his head to the wall.
I'm listening.
He heard one guitar. Just blew him away. So started night. And the very next day.
All right. Okay, hold on here. Sorry about the tone, it's terrible. All right, so we got what? Okay, in the beginning we got ba-dum dum 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 ba-dum dum. Right, we got boom dum. Right, it's a keyboard. It don't matter. It's playing notes. So whether it's someone singing or someone playing guitar or someone playing the keyboards, it doesn't matter. It's all information. You're getting musical DNA hitting you straight up in the face every time a note or a chord is being played. So right here, we got bound, gum, gum. It might as well be saying, hey, you, it's our tonal center establishing a bass so the singer can start singing. This is our tonal center. Get it? Boom. And then we got standing in the rain with his head hung low. Couldn't get a ticket. Well, saw that show. Right? At the roar of the crowd, he could picture the same. Put his head to the wall. And like a distant scream, he would one guitar. Just blow him away. Saw stars in his eyes. And the very next day, bought a beat up 6-string on a second-hand store. Didn't know, right? Wish this was louder for you guys. Didn't know how to play it, but he knew. You can guarantee that he's singing in the scale too. Now, why did I pick these chords? Well, number one, I'm hearing it's an E, right? Very obvious, right? And then I'm just listening to the bass. Boom. So if you have to slide it to hear that it's going up or down, then do that. Boom. So I just went. But after a while of doing what we're doing here, you're going to get quicker and quicker at it, and it's going to seem like it's part of your being. Because guess what? It is. It's part of your subconscious brain. Just like right now, I asked you to go ride a bike. If you grew up riding a bike, you can ride a bike. You don't even have to think about it. Why? It's become part of your subconscious programming. Okay, you hear me talk about this a lot. It's not just for meditating anymore, friends. It's for all things. It's for playing guitar. It's for changing your habits as an alcoholic or a drug addict or whatever it is. You literally can change your DNA by changing your habits here. We're programmed here. This is, we're programming ourselves to actually hear, okay, that's a half step, that's a whole step, that's a perfect fifth, a perfect fourth, whatever. It becomes part of you after a while of doing it, right? But at first, when you learn to ride that bike, you have to focus all your energy because you were only doing it with your conscious brain, which is only 5% of what we use. We only use about 5% of that. 95% of everything else is in our subconscious, our DNA. It's in the neurons that are in our body. Yes, there are neurons in your heart and in your body, okay? Get used to it, okay? So I'm just going, bah, bah. Okay, now. Was a one-way ticket, only one way to go. Burn. I don't know what that chord is, so I'm listening. Burn. It's easy, friends. You can do this. You don't need a degree. You just need to be able to hum and then find the note. It's so easy. You can do this. Start with simple melodies. Don't start with a really hard song. Start with a simple melody. Happy birthday, right? I say it all the time. Find that note and then happy birthday to you. You can find it, right? So we got. Now I know this song, I've played it before, so we got, so again, I'm going with E minor, that we're in E minor, right? And so the D is a whole step behind it. Is that right? Yes. So it's a whole step behind it, right? Which is our D. And then that would be the let me think. It'd be the B. If we were in the key of E, well, actually, we're in the key of E minor. It's our tonal center. And so we're acting like we're in the key of E minor or G major, doesn't matter. And so in that case, 1, 2, 3. So the 3 would be minor, and that's our. But they're just playing power chords, right? And then we got. He's a jukebox hero, got stars in his eye. He's a jukebox hero. Right now, here's what I did there. I've played that note before. I played that. I didn't just poop that out. I'm not that quick, okay? Thank you for subscribing, my friend. So what I did is I said this. Is a jukebox hero. I'm just listening to the bass note. Boom, 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 boom. That's a guitar line, but I'm listening to the bass note, and you can do this too. It's the very lowest note. 9 times out of 10, if you listen to that bass note, it's going to tell you what chord it is. Most of the time, we don't play inversions like we did in Another Brick in the Wall just now. Normally, we don't play inversions. So if the bass player's playing an E, then it's going to be some sort of E chord, right? In this case, if you don't know what it is, play a power chord, and it's going to work, okay? In this case, that's what we're doing. We got it. And then boom. Again, you can find this, maybe not as quickly as I'm doing it, but you can do it, and the more you do it, the faster you'll get at it. I didn't start off this way either, right? I started off doing it slowly, and then I got to where I'm at. That's it. That's the same path for you and everybody else, okay? And then we said, boom, 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 and then the ba-da-da-da-da-dum. You can hum anything, even if it's fast. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum. Okay, so then you just start piecing this stuff together. Or just power chords. Get it? I love that tune. That's a great tune there. All right, beautiful. Let's keep going. Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy. I don't know if I know that one, but I need to know more Thin Lizzy. So let me listen. Let me listen to this one. By Thin Lizzy? Yeah. If I don't know it, I won't do it. I'm sorry. I'm got to do stuff that I know at least because it's gonna save time. Listening. Never heard it. But let's do it. So look. Bump, bump, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum, bump, ba-da-dum. Look, I've never heard this song and I can just hum that there. Now that does, as you do that more and more, you can learn longer passages of music and repeat longer passages of music without having to listen to it every single time. So bump, bump, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da. I've listened to that one time, I'll probably get it. Bum. I'm gonna guess. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da. I know that's not it exactly, but we're close. Out of tune. Ooh, they're entirely out of tune with me. They are. I'm in tune. So it's like almost half step low. Yeah. Sorry. So we definitely would have to be in tune with them, but again, I don't even. My guess would be we're in the key of E or something, okay? Good. You guys getting this stuff? Is this making sense to you? All right. Okay. Why just play what you know when you can learn too? Gary is saying. Yes, indeed. I agree. Secret Agent Man. I love that one. But the reason that I'm not doing it a whole bunch right now, Gary, is because if I don't even know how a song goes, listen, I know a few thousand songs, so it's not that I'm afraid of learning new songs, but if I'm trying to get to as many songs as possible, it would make a lot more sense if I'm going with songs that at least I've heard before, so that I'm not trying to, well, now what was that melody again? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Let's look at Secret Agent Man, or as some people call it, Secret Asian Man. Again, not very politically correct. Secret Asian Man. It's Agent, by the way. Now, what I would do if I was listening to this as a kid, never played this, but I don't think I have ever played this one, but if I did, right, what I would do is I would go, as I listen to the melody, ba, ba, da, da, I can hear it has that chromatic rub to it, right? That makes it sound like it's out of the scale. Ba-da, we're fine there. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Actually, this second and third notes rub a bit, but that's okay. It's what the song is. I just literally grabbed that note out of the air. Ba-da-da-da. Now, I know there's some other notes happening there. Something like that, right? Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, that sounds pretty close. And it does. Sounds close. Now for someone who actually knows how to play that note for note, good for you. It just takes time to learn it note for note and to know exactly what the player's doing. So I might pull up a live video or download a tab or something like that. But mostly I try to do stuff by ear because it really teaches you as you're going along here. So again, let's listen.
There's a man who leads a life of danger.
So that's probably our key. Let's go to the end. Let's listen. Okay, oh yay, we don't have a fade out. E. It ends on an E, right? Ends on an E. What key do you think we're in? Some sort of E. Do you think is it the upbeat hit of the summer? Are we all putting on our bikinis and running into the waves? Probably not. It sounds a little bit more serious, right? We're talking about a secret agent man. He's not, I don't know, super poppy man. He's super agent man, right? He's a secret agent. Like he's obviously figuring stuff out and he doesn't want to get caught. So it's secretive. So we're going to put a secretive chord there. We're going to make it scary sounding, right? That's what we have here. So we got E minor. Let's assume that we're in the key of E minor, and then let's see if these other chords match up, okay? So
There's a man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. Every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man.
okay, so right, and then there was a B7 chord thrown in there, I think. So what do we got there? Here we go.
There's a man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger.
Let's stop there for a second. Now watch. I said we're in the key of E minor, right? Here we have an E minor. Then it went to an A. How do I know it went to an A? Well, number one, if I'm assuming that this is the key that we're in, okay? I'm assuming that this is the key, and I go up 1, 2, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps. Then that would be an A. So again, I'm not just randomly grabbing notes or chords out of the air. Once I know the tonal center, I'm going to go on what makes sense 99% of the time. So I went up to this 2 because I could hear the bass note move up to that A, okay? And there you go. So I played an A, and I didn't play it as a major. I played it as a minor because that's probably what would appear. So I did that, okay? And then he goes up to a B, and usually If it's the 3, it would be minor. But remember, and how many times, friends, have we done a surf song or something in a minor key where that 3 becomes major? How many times? I mean, dozens of times we've interpreted songs over the years, and this 3 in a minor key becomes major. We're borrowing it from another key. It's called a borrowed chord. It's okay, but it sounds really cool. And so in this case, they're using a 7th, a B7. You know, secret. Now let's figure out secret. Now we gotta figure out what this chord is.
He meets, he stays a stranger. Every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret
Secret agent man. Interesting. Secret agent. Now they just turned the 3 back to a minor because that's what naturally appears. Huh? How about that? Isn't that cool? So literally, we went bum, ba-dum, ba-dum-dum. That's a B7, and the core or the triad that makes up the 1 3 5 of a 7th chord. Right? We have a 1 3 5 flat 7, but the triad, the basic part of the chord, is major in this case here. Unlike what it says it normally is, but we do this. We make a 3 major sometimes. So that's what we got there. Plus we're adding the flat 7, so we got the 7th chord. But then secret agent. Now we're back to minor. Now they just switched it. It's what he wanted to do. There's no rules. It's art. You get to do what you want, kids. Paint outside the lines. Paint the sun purple if you want. It's art. There are no rules. Remember that. Secret agent man. Secret agent man. Okay, good. Someone's saying the national number system is slowly becoming brighter. Woo! I love it. Okay, beautiful. Okay, someone is saying, someone just said, Whiskey in a Jar. I love that tune. Whiskey in a Jar. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know Metallica's going to be all over me copyright-wise. Whiskey in a Jar. Now, I know this is not originally by them. Whiskey in a Jar. But, let's go with Thin Lizzy version. I don't care. I love Thin Lizzy. Forget about all the nonsense in the beginning, whatever. It's like the beginning of a movie that's trying to be all creative, but yet you don't know what's going on, and then there's an establishment. At some point, there needs to be an establishment of a key. So let's listen. Look, that right there is saying what key it is. Let's go to the end of the song and see if we have a match, okay? Boo, a fade out. Okay, so that's all right. So we got. E minor, I'm saying. How do I know? Bum, bum, bum. That's interesting. So bum, bum, bum. Right there's our tonal center. So I'm gonna say it's an E minor. Or maybe it's in major. It's probably in the key E major. Now, as I was going over the Carrion Mountain, I so here we go. As I was going over North and Carry Mountains, I saw Captain Pharaoh. His money he was counting. Sorry, it's the morning. I can't sing up there, but okay. So here's how I was thinking. As I was thinking, bum, bum, bum. You, friends, can hum. Bum, bum, bum. And that's telling us our tonal center. And it sounded kind of sad there, right? Also, we established that it's kind of minor-y sounding, right? It's not the feel-good hit of the summer. But here, if you don't know if it's minor or major, try the major chord. Bum, bum. No. As I was going over the North and Carry Mountains. Now, why did I pick a C chord? Because, friends, I'm telling you, whether you're in the 6 tonal center, the minor 6, or the 1 tonal center, the 4 and the 5 and the 1 and the minor 6 are the most popular chords in the history of ever. Take all the pop songs since, like, I don't know, say like the 40s on, and you're going to find that the 1, 4, 5, minor 6 rules supreme. Those are the ones, the chords that appear the most in that order. 1, 4, 5, minor 6, or 1, 5, 4, minor 6. These two, they appear about the same amount of times. This guy definitely appears more than these two than this guy, okay? And this guy's just right behind these guys. They almost always appear together, okay? So that's why I grabbed the C, because in the key of G, or the related key of E minor, right? Related tonal centers are the same. If you don't know this, it means you're not in UGS standard, and you're not taking advantage of the free course that I'm giving you, and that kind of pisses me off. I'm not going to lie to you. So do it now, okay? Third link below, seriously. No, I want to help you, and I can't help you unless you go through that stuff, all right? So do it. So tonal center's the same. I should say all the notes and the chords are the same, but we're either minor or major. So in that case here, if I'm acting like I'm in the key of G major or E minor, doesn't matter. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 is the C, and that's a chord that's going to appear a lot, and I'm just doing that. My ear kind of guided me there a little bit, but I didn't grab the other 10,000 other chords that I could have, because I know what tonal center I'm in. Once you know what the tonal center is, all the other chords just kind of fall into place, okay? So if I'm going over the Cork and Kerry Mountains, I saw Captain Pharaoh with money he was counting. First produced my rapier, then produced my pistol. I first produced my pistol, then I produced my rapier. Said stand and deliver all the money. Whatever it is. You get it? You get the idea? We're doing the same bit there, okay? Okay, Country Road by John Denver. Are you guys, hold on. You guys getting this? If you're getting this, give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes. Let me know that I'm not speaking into cyberspace and nobody is getting this. Please let me know if you guys are getting this. Ono is saying, if possible, we're requesting Rhinestone Cowboy. Love that tune as a kid. Thank you so much, Ono. Let's do Rhinestone Cowboy. Indeed. Okay, so you guys are getting this. It's helping, right? Good. Or the devil, he will take you. That's it. Or the devil, he may take you. Okay, Rhinestone Cowboy. Number 1, loved this song as a kid. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Here, girl. He used to sing that, by the way. That was even before people were politically correct. He would throw the girl in there. Like a rhinestone cowboy and girl. Key of C. Why? I'm guessing key of C because it starts off with a real C feel. Let's go to the end, shall we? Boo, a fade out. It's like I think we've only found one that didn't have a fade out. Now let's assume we're in the key of C. It's major, right? It is the feel-good hit of the summer. So this is our C. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, because that's the way the key of C works. This is why you see me capo all the time, because then I can think real simply. Yeah. Okay. So we have now watch. I'm not going to randomly grab thousands of possible chords. I'm going to stick to the ones that are in here. Not only that, instead of grabbing 7 different chords, I played this guy already, so my next chords are going to be what that you think I may randomly grab? Probably the 4, the 5, and the minor 6. But I'm probably nuts. I probably have zero idea what I'm talking about. Let's just see if I randomly am right about this song too, right? I didn't invent this stuff, by the way. I'm not claiming any of it. I'm just saying this is the DNA of music, and it's all over the place. I'm just your black light, okay? And I'm teaching you how to be the black light so that you can see the DNA. Watch this.
Same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway.
Never played this song, by the way.
Where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me.
And I'm gonna be where the light is shining on me. Okay, there, figured out the song, right? Here we go. So we said, na, 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 na. It's the 1 chord, by the way. Now people will say to me all the time, they say, why, Eric, do you think about numbers? Because I'm telling you that if you are a general in the army, if you are a general in the army, you get respect. But if you're a general in the middle of a shark-infested water, general don't help you. You are human, or you are blood. You are edible, is what you are. So the ranking means nothing. So if we're calling a C chord, that isn't the ranking. That's just a C chord. It could be a general in the army, or it could be shark bait. But when we say it's the 1 chord, or the 4 chord, or the 5 chord, now it has some meaning to it. Now it means something. C chord means nothing. In the key of C, the C chord is a 1. In the key of F, the C chord's a 5. In the key of G, the C chord is a 4. In the key of B flat, the C chord is a 2 major. Okay, it has 12 different meanings in 12 different keys. Make sense? So that if we call it a 1, 4, 5, once we establish a tonal center, everything falls into place. Friends, I'm telling you, you got to know the Nashville number system. Okay, this stuff it helps you out so much. Okay, so we got. That's why I picked the 5 and the 4 chord. That's the 5 chord, right? Now, why did I grab that random chord? Well, the 1s and the 4s and the 5s were working great, but then I heard a 2 in there. I just heard it, and if I didn't grab that, I would have grabbed the 6th minor, because I heard it was minor. And then we're in the key of C. The 2 is a D, so I make it minor. Do you get that? Oh, come on, please tell me you get that. So I'm gonna be where the light shines. Someone said, is it a 2 major? I'm gonna be where the light. Someone said 2 major, and they were right. It's not a 2 minor. It's not a 2 minor. That's okay. That's okay. I make mistakes. Do it all the time. Less and less, though. So the 2 is normally minor, but in this case here, I think they made it a major 2. I saw that in the chat there, so you could be right. Let's listen.
Nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of
5 chords.
on the road to my
1, 4.
I'm gonna be where the
now listen. But I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me. That one works too because the melody doesn't step on the chord. Like basically, with the lights, well, either way, I'm not even singing a note in the chord, but it's not stepping on the chord. With the lights shining on me. So I could use a 2 minor there. Or I could use a 2 major. With the lights shining on me. Which I think it's a 2 major. I'm gonna be where the lights shining on me. Yeah, I'm still not convinced about 2 major. Sounds good either way. Do you get it? Are you guys getting this? What I'm wanting to do is not teach you the song. I don't care about the song as much as I care about teaching you and empowering you to be able to do this stuff yourself, because you can indeed do this stuff yourself. I couldn't, and now I can. Maybe you can't, but you can, because it's just a matter of learning these tidbits and then practicing them. It's that simple, okay? Make sense? Good. Oh, thank you so much, Matt. You honestly make this look so simple. I've never seen anyone teach it like this. Very grateful. I'll never get those 20 years back when I first get guitar, but that's okay. Better late than never. I agree, Matt. Look, no one taught me this stuff either. It's somewhat of a crime, which is why I'm so hell-bent on teaching people this way, because number one, I love helping beings out. I say beings because I love animals too. My goal in life is to have died helping as many beings as possible to become enlightened, to become happy, to be kind. I just found that out a few years ago, that is my goal. And that the more I can do it, the more beautiful my life will be. Whether this is just one time around or 50 times around, whatever, I don't know. But nonetheless, that's my goal. And so I've always wanted to help people, which is why I teach, and it's why I kind of have a little bit of a knack for helping people, and indeed it does help. I wish my teachers had taught it to me, because it would have helped me so much, but they didn't want to be teaching like I love teaching. So, unfortunate. But it's not even unfortunate, it just is what it is. I learn things a different way, you learn things a different way. Now we're here, and we got this cool stuff, so let's just keep rocking. Russ is saying, I always struggled playing songs. Last night I used this method to break down My City of Run by Bruce. It was challenging at first, but I stuck with it, and bingo, whammo, I was playing the song. Thanks for everything. Bam! Right there. Russ, I love that. They overcame the beast by the words of their testimony. So there you go. That's it. It's true. It's true. Okay, so let's keep going. 50 years of having this book knowledge, and now I'm learning how to actually use it. Woo, Brad, love that. I know, let's start with the easy stuff, and then we'll, we can throw the book stuff on there too. It's good, but at the end of the day, we end up graduating from high school. We don't know how to stay out of debt, how to balance a checkbook, how to take care of our bodies physically, or eat the right food, or hang out with the right people, or have the right mindset, or meditate, or 10 million other things that we should be doing. But they teach us things to program us into other stuff, and it's just like, it is what it is. But we got to get out of there, and we got to create our own lives by learning this stuff, right? It's the same thing. It's like in school they teach you how to read the music, and this is a note here, and this is the rhythm of it. There's use for that stuff, but that's not the way that we really do life, right? We don't learn kindness in school. And it's the one thing the world needs is some freaking more kindness, right? It's like literally would fix every single thing that's going on right now, including it would fix all things. We don't learn that stuff in school, so let's teach these sorts of things. Let's learn it from each other, okay? I see you, Screwdriver Jackal. I don't know that song. I gotta go on songs that everybody knows here. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pulling out nursery rhymes and everything else, right? We need to go on stuff that we know, and I'm sorry. I've had to pass by a ton of songs here that I just don't know I just don't know. I've never heard them. So as opposed to me going through this and wasting a lot of time with you and everybody else, we gotta do some songs that we kind of know. Okay. Okay. Oh, back to Country Road. Yes, let's do that. Country Road. I love this song. Country Roads. Is it Country Roads? Yeah, Country Roads. Here we go. Love this one. Remember, we're always trying to set a scene. The movie's always trying to set a scene. The song's always trying to set a scene. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. I guarantee you, boom, boom. I guarantee you. I'd put money on it that that's our key. Let's go to the end of the song. Let's see. Watch this. Boom, boom. There it is. Someone said, boom. That's our tonal center. We don't even have to know what note that is. You as a musician don't even need to know that that's an E or a C or a D, or I don't even know what it is yet. It's a bum. That is our information that we need. It's that. Now it's helpful if we have labels that we can say, hey, I'm playing a blank. But they're just labels, because we could name it a and if that other musician knows that a means then great. Or if you say, so I'm in this key, I'm in that key. You find it on your guitar. Cool, I found it, thanks. Now we're in the same key. So literally, you don't even need to know the names of the notes. It's helpful. I'm not saying don't, but let's start with the stuff we really need, which is I'm in the key of So I'm in the key of A. Now you know me. I could play it like, maybe I'll do that just because I hear that low E in the bass for the A chord. He's doing a little Travis pick. And he's doing that sort of thing. West Virginia. Forget it, I'm gonna do it like this. It makes it so much easier. Whatever, do you want it? I don't know if I'm doing right by you by doing the capo. It's just so much easier that way, but let's go ahead and do it without the capo. Okay, one is our tonal center. Let's see these chords match up, okay? West Virginia. Lord X is saying use the capo. Okay, we'll do both. Watch. So we got da 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 da. Now, Eric, you're sorcery. How do you know how to do this? How? What wizardry? How do you know how to do this? Because again, that's our tonal center. And I told you the 1, the 4, and the 5, and the minor 6 are the most popular chords. Go for those first every single time, and you're going to find probably the chords you're looking for. That's what I just did. I said 1 in the key of A, the A is the 1, and if we go down to the 6, 1, 7, 6, that's our F sharp minor. And then if we go to the 5, that's an E major. And then we go to our 4, that's major. So look, major 4, major 5, minor 6, major 1. That's what we did just now. The green chords are major, the red chords are minor. Almost always, we're gonna follow this format. So that's what we did. Let's use the capo, we're gonna make it easy. Now, why do I do this? Because, right, I got that, and I can search around. Some of you can play bar chords, some of you can't. So over the years, I've gotten used to showing students how to use their capos so much. It makes it so much easier for the poor kid who can't play his bar chords yet. Okay, yet. No one started off playing bar chords. No one started off a doctor in this life. No one started off any of these things. They grew into it. Yeah, Eric, but you can't say that, but I'm not even going to talk to you. If you want to talk yourself out of excellence, then you probably don't even need to be watching this video. Go watch video games or watch something entertaining, but don't do work because you're just making life hard for yourself. Either believe in yourself or don't. Okay? And I get mad, man, because it's not just you. If you don't believe in yourself, it's not just you who you're failing. It's the world you're failing. I'm not joking, man. I take this stuff very seriously. There's other people watching you. Your kids, your parents, your family is watching you. Your friends are watching you. And if you're a failure, they're following your footsteps. So you better frickin' start believing in yourself. I'm not joking. I get real pissed about it. James Kennedy, this guy I'm watching on Vanderpump. This kid, alcoholic, falls. He just celebrated 9 months of sobriety. And when you saw this kid after a week of sobriety, you're like, oh, buddy, hang in there. The light in this kid's eyes, because he got control of his demons and he said, no more. Unbelievable. It was unbelievable. So, sorry to go off on that dissertation. I gotta do it. I gotta trick you with songs so I can give you the real message. Okay, so here we go. So we got. So here we go.
Almost heaven, West Virginia,
Blue Ridge Mountains.
heading on the river. Life is all
So the reason I capoed it here, right? It's in the key of A. But what I did is if I took my capo and I said, I took my G chord. For those of you that don't know what I'm doing here, I said my G chord. If I put the capo here, moved up my G chord, now it's a G sharp. If I move my capo up here along with my hand, now it's an A. If I went to here, it'd be an A sharp. If I went to here, it'd be a B. If I went to here, it'd be a C. If I went to here, it'd be a C sharp. Here, it would be a D, and D sharp, and E. And it just keeps going. Super easy. I have this capo chart for you straight up in the free course that I'm giving you today. It's the third link below. What? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. This stuff is going to change your musical life. So we got, now I can play it like real nice and easy. Da, 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 da. Right? Easy.
older than the trees, younger than the mountains, rolling like the breeze. Country road, take me home to the place.
Now look what old John did just now. Is he took the 1-4-5 minor 6 and he flipped it. And that's the only thing that he did for the verse. Watch this. Or for the verse and the chorus, right? His verse was 1 minor 6 5 4. 1 minor 6 5 4. I told you can use that in any combination. You're going to write an amazing song, okay? So we got. But someone says they hate capos. You hate capos because you don't understand how to use them, my friend. Don't hate them. I promise you, if you go through that course I'm showing you, you're going to love capos. They're going to be your best friend, okay? And trust me, I'll play any bar chord you ever want. I'll play any song in any bar chord bit. If that's what you want to do is make life hard, I can do that. But why are you doing that? I'm telling you, you need to love capos, but if you don't love them, because you don't understand how to use them. Everybody knows how to clip it on here. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how to change keys and make things really easy. That's what I'm talking about. That's the part people don't understand. And rockers say, you people who use capos like country players, it's because you suck, because you don't know how to play things in an open key, or you don't know how to play. No, the reason you know how to play things that way is because your hero wrote it in that key. Let's try it in the sharp key now, and let's see how you do. You won't be able to, because you don't know. And trust me, I'm a rocker. I know this. I grew up this way with that mentality. It's not true. It's a big fat lie. Anyhow, I digress. Let's keep going. So watch what Johnny did here. He said, 1 6 minor 5 yeah. So he said 1 minor 6 5 4. Right? You can do this in any combo. You're gonna write a great song. Okay. Now, I know we're going over. Calm down. Because I'm going to show you something cool. So now he just did this. He changed it up a little bit. Country road. He started off on the same daggone chord. Watch. Country road. 5 minor 6 to the place that I'm 4. West Virginia. Mountain mama. Take me home. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Okay, he changed it right there. Okay, so let's do the chorus again. Take me home, come to 5, 6 minor, 4. 1, 5, mama, 4, take me home. Perfectly written song, right? He just did 1 4 5 minor 6. How about that? Frank Zappa did use a capo. Yeah. Look, I don't know if Frank Zappa used the capo. I don't care. I think Frank Zappa was a great musician, but I don't care. Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a dove and a bat, and I happen to like animals. So just because Ozzy did it, and I think Ozzy's cool, I ain't gonna do it. So I don't care what Frank Zappa did. If he used the capo, awesome. I don't care. I'm using a capo. Friends, I'm a weirdo. I understand that, but we're having fun, aren't we? We're learning some stuff here. You know, I love you, and I don't mean to get harsh with you sometimes, but my job is to call you up to this next level. And sometimes I got to be a dad about it. I got to be a little harsh about it, because if you're believing a myth that you're not cut out for this, or that you don't have the ear, or that you don't have the fingers or something, I got to call BS on that, and I got to help you through it. Okay, that's right. Tough love, Charlie. You know what I'm talking about. So I got to do that sometimes. Friends, if this is still over your head, it shouldn't be if you've been following me for a little bit. And if it is, the only reason it is because you haven't taken the time to walk through this stuff step by step. And I give you that course for free. Third link below, YourGuitarSage.com/30. It's going to give you free access to this stuff. Of course, if you've done that already and you're like, but Eric, I want more, then there's also another link in there. Where is it? Well, just look below there. You're going to find it, okay? You're going to find it. There's pro membership and everything else. Dustin, thank you so much for the kind donation. I really appreciate that. I got to get out of here because my wife's getting ready to write now in the same area here. So I got to get out of here. Friends, like the video really quickly. Please do that right now if you have not already. Good thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see who you are. And then also hit the share button and share that up to the kids so other people will come in here. And then also subscribe, hit notification bell. I love you guys so much. I'm having such a blast doing this. You guys are picking my favorite songs, so I dig it, okay? And we're going to keep doing this tomorrow and the following day. Get inside that course. It's going to help you, and then we're going to be able to talk shop a lot more. Thank you so much for those folks that gave donations today. You guys are so kind, and you're helping keep the lights on. I appreciate it so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to continue on with this stuff, but if it's over your head, you know where to go, all right? Okay? Come on. Let's do it. And get that capo out right now. See ya. Bye.